We took a real nice long block walk. I love coming this way. There's cool cars on the street. Anyway, I live in a really neat neighborhood. And these guys have deserved a better walk than we've had the last few days. Well, we did take a decent long walk on Saturday, but I've been cranky with them a lot. And so today I just let them lead the way, you know. Athena was the line leader and she picked the direction and she took us a few more blocks than we're used to. And Chester made it without needing a rest all the way up till we're most of the way home. So he made it 75% of the way. I don't know how long it was, but it was several blocks, like 4. And then we rounded it out. So I'm really proud of these babies. And every time we've come across a dog barking at us and whatnot, they've just been so chill. Look at these cuties. I couldn't be more proud of them. I couldn't be more proud of my hair. Honestly, we've only been here since June. It's September. June, July, August, September. In 3 months, Athena has gone from being really aggressive and mean on the leash to just being chill. And only one time did she pull towards dogs in a yard, and that's because there was 2 of them and they were barking a lot. And we were really quite close. We just walked right by their fence. And both her and Chester pulled a little. But neither one of them barked and neither one of them dragged. They just, they let me guide them out of there. And I'm just so fucking proud of my dogs. And I just want to give them a shout out because Chester peed on my bed this morning and I yelled at him. But what I actually did was I closed the door, I locked them out while I shampooed. I said all of the cranky and mean things that I wanted to say to the mattress instead of to the dogs, and I took my aggression out with the shampooer. I've got this little handheld shampooer that is perfect for a mattress, and I just take it with both hands and I just shove it. Hold on. Chester's spotting about something. What are we doing? What? Hold on. What do you want? 1 second. I don't know what he was talking about. He might just be ready to go, and that's fine. I just wanted to say how cute and sweet my puppies are. And what good babies they've been. Hi, baby. And even though we're getting barked at by the dogs across the street, they're just being chill. And Chester is 12 and has never been a leash dog. We've never walked consistently, ever. And I've explained that in previous videos about my health and the job that I had that destroyed my health and how I never had any energy at the end of the day because of my arthritis and my sleep schedule and everything to walk my dogs regularly. They had a yard. I played with them. I would take them to the dog park to exercise, give them more space to run and stuff. And I've always been blessed to have a decently sized yard to play fetch in and do that kind of stuff. So I'm not saying they never exercised. It's not that. It's just we haven't had the capacity to do walks. And now we have to. And I don't regret it at all. I love it. It's been so healing for me, for my body. I've been broken for a long time, and it's nice to be able to just let my body do its thing and actually learn how to walk properly. My spine's been straightening out. I've grown an inch in the last year. That's not an exaggeration. I can show you the medical files if you need to. I've got it documented by doctors. That's the only place I ever get my height measured. And the blood plasma place, the place where I sell my plasma to make money for rent. Anyway, and yeah, they're just the best babies. They were the best babies in the whole world, and they've adapted so quickly. And we trained a little. We took a really big road trip, camping trip last year, where they had to be attached to my hip. Quite literally, I took my fanny pack, my purse, my wallet, and while we were on our trip, our 2,000-something mile road trip, whenever we got out of the car, I just attached them to my fanny pack, and we were literally attached. I have these nice bungee leashes, so if they pull, it's not like it doesn't hurt anybody, but it was a big test for us. It was a good, I don't know, crucible. And then we ended up here, and it's been really good for us. Not everybody can walk 2 dogs that are this size. I'm bigger than both of them by like a good amount, so it's never been an issue. They can't pull me even if they wanted to. And it's been nothing but good for my health. It's been nothing but good for their health. Chester has got a new lease on life. He's turning 12 in December, and he was getting kind of fat and slow, and now he's on his good senior food, he's just walking like a champion. Like, when you have arthritis, one of the best things you can do is keep moving. And now we're walking, 3 times a day. Sometimes it's just to the backyard of the apartment, but we're walking 3 times a day. And yeah, it's been really fucking good for us. Look at how happy she is. Look how happy she is. Look at those ears. Oh, your mommy. Oh, your mommy. Why you like this? Why are you like this? You a happy boy? Yeah, you are. Catch that breeze. Oh, yeah, he likes it. It's a good breeze. A lot of smells. A lot of good smells. Don't scratch your ear. I'll clean it when we get home. Oops. Anyway, so yeah. That's it. It's just my life goal is peace. I may be built for war. I may have enough in me for war, but I don't prefer it. Just because I can doesn't mean I like it. Don't get in the road, baby. My heart is built for peace. That's what I'm trying to build by talking like this. This is what conversational philosophy is me talking about what actually makes us human, what makes us geared for peace. Because let me give you a little bit of history. I haven't started the history stuff yet because I need my laptop and a space to work. Hi, buddy. I love you too. I love you too. You silly girl. You're just so silly. I think the harness tickles her back. I think that's why she does that all the time anyway. So 300,000 years of human history we have, right? And not history, I should say existence, because most of it, the vast majority of it, the bulk of it, 99.9% of our history was before writing existed. And so what we know about ourselves, for 300,000 years comes from what we left behind. I don't want you going in the sidewalk, baby. Come on, I want you staying with me. Just checking. And what we can tell, archaeologically speaking, and I'm not an archaeologist, but I've studied it. I'm a historian. I come by it honestly. But what we can tell is there's some consistent things that we had and developed before we developed writing, before we developed industry, before we developed civilization. I'll talk about that. Domestication. Any of that. Before we had any of that for 300,000 years. Because all of that came in the last 5,000. So 300,000 years of human existence. And what did we build first? First we sang. Okay? We sang before we spoke. We had to invent words. All right? And we had music. One of the earliest instruments, I think the earliest instruments that they found are drums that are super fucking old. But they had rhythm. And they sang and they spoke in rhythm. And that's what came first. And then they invented flutes and pipes and And eventually came strings made out of the tendons of the animals that they hunted and used all the parts of. And they were part of an ecosystem. They were animals and they knew it. And they invented tools to make life more comfortable and easier to survive. And they had more leisure time than we do today. They did. They played. What else have we found? Toys. We know that children and adults embarked and engaged in play. We know that there was creativity and there was a lot of painting. Some of our oldest cave paint, you should look it up. Google what is the oldest cave painting we've found, and I think you'll be surprised how old it is. And one of my favorites is the Chavot cave. I'm gonna say that wrong. I better type that one out. But it's in France, and it's some of our very early European ancestors. And the art, the paintings in that cave that were preserved are beautiful. They're beautiful and they're clear. You can tell what they made. It's the art, the ability to visually depict what they saw with their hands on a wall with ink and things that they made out of the plants around them. It's beautiful. We created art, we created music, we played, we rested like dogs. We should be sleeping and resting as regularly as much as dogs do, because we evolved together. They've been with us for the last like 50,000 years at least. They're the oldest domesticated animal, and I say domesticated, but that's not really it. I would call it partnership. I would call it symbiosis. We have a symbiosis with dogs. They're part of us. They evolved with us. They evolved. I mentioned that in my video that I made yesterday that I haven't posted yet. I'm going to post that first. So that's the real about what being a human is. I don't want to change. I don't want to make the future. How do I say this? Give me a second. Sometimes words are hard to use, but the feeling's still there. And this is how we learned how to telepath what we felt inside and what we thought, is we invented language to be telepaths to each other. There's no reason to hide anything. There is certainly no reason to lie. But anyway, I don't want to invent a new system. I don't. I want to bring us back to our old ways. I want to remind everybody I want to remind you and us that this is what life is all about. This is the meaning of life. This is hashtag village economics, my hashtag about where we should be instead of where we are right now. They've destroyed our past. They've stolen our knowledge of our history. They've colonized our history. And I say that they because everybody knows who the hegemony is by this point, right? You do know, right? Please tell me you know. They want us to forget because we have such short lives and such short memories. They tried to erase oral history because oral history is how we learned who we are. Is how we learned and remembered. Oral history is our memory, collective memory. Don't scratch your ear, baby. You get it messy. Come on. Don't scratch it. Yeah. Don't scratch it. How powerful is oral history in a time where literacy is being kept from the people? And it always has. I should use the word gate-kept, because everybody knows what gatekeeping means. So what liberation would it be if we just began to communicate in the old 300,000 years old ways? writing is a form of oppression at this point, and it shouldn't be, because writing was only ever meant to be a tool, but now it is the tool of our oppressors, because if they can prevent literacy, they can demonize or illegitimize oral history. How do people talk about audiobooks? They act like it's cheating. Then they can control the minds of the people, and that's what they've been doing. So welcome back to oral history. We're about to get started on class. This semester starts when my house gets unpacked. Stop pulling on me, baby. I gotta deal with my dogs now. Hey, come here. 1 second. All right, anyway. Class is almost in session. I hope you've enjoyed these conversations, and the pup walk talks will continue, but I do have an intention to start lecturing. And I have the qualifications. I am, according to the state of Utah and most states, highly qualified as an educator. I am currently holding a certification to be a public administrator of public education in Utah. And I have 20 years experience that I'm very happy to share with you. So I hope you sign on to learn, and I hope you sign on to help teach me, because I love it. I love learning from the group, because collective learning, look it up, it's a term we use in anthropology. Collective learning is how we became the stewards of this planet. We evolved last because we are her brain. We are here to care for the rest of her body and her being. We are not here to dominate. We are not here to domesticate. We are not here to quote unquote civilize. We are here to be stewards. To ensure the health and life of all things on this earth. And we have been poor stewards recently, but we were pretty good ones for a long time. Study Native North America. There's a lot of places that are still indigenously led, but when you look at the land back movement, really look into it, I think you'll understand what I mean. We evolved to care for and be a part of the ecosystems we live in. And we've forgotten that, and I'm here to fucking remind you. All right, baby. I think it's time to go. Anyway. Sending our love. Come on, Athena. I'll let you explore. Come back here. Come here. We'll explore again in a second. Sending love from love. Until next time.